I hope more exposure for women, especially if they're going off to college, and young women seeing that women can be business owners and just supporting them to think, hey, this is an option for you. There may not be as many women business owners, but this is available and here's where the resources are.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
The other advice for the entrepreneurs are this one, for women and men listening, okay? We have the entrepreneurs out there, they create the business, right? And this is what they do. They start to make money, and then what you do is you take all this money and put it back into the business. You take all this money and put it back into the business. You take all this money and put it back into the business without realizing that this is a huge risk that you having for yourself, because business can change, the technology can change, COVID can come, your business either can outlast you, that can actually disappear in a year, correct? However, if when you're making money, you took this money and you put in vehicles like property, whatever, some stocks, there are some stocks that actually give you dividends and give you shares, give you money, in a recurring basis, same like cash flow, same like property. And you take that money and you put in other vehicles that can give you money. You know what you can do? That cash flow, you can put it back in your business as much as you want, because if the business is gone, at least you have this continued cash flow that you will be off, right? But a lot of entrepreneurs, and it's sad, what happened is all the money, they put it back into the business, they don't diversify, they don't invest in assets that they give them cash flow or capital growth. I'm a big believer of cash flow. And then something happened, they're out of business, all the work is done, and now they have zero, nothing. They had literally to find a job and it's not fair, and just because of the lack of what we call it knowledge or expertise or of mentors. So what message do you have for those women entrepreneurs, or for the entrepreneurs in general, that they have an amazing business, they're making very good money, but they're taking all the money and investing the last penny into the business? What message do you have for those entrepreneurs?
I think two things. Number one, diversification, which is going to come down to your business and your personal finances. So diversification is when you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket, right? So you're not just going to go buy every single penny, put it in Google stock. You're going to have a little Google, you're going to have a little Tesla, you're going to have a little real estate. You're going to mix it up. So when it comes to the money you make, don't put it all back into your business. Put some of it into your retirement account. Mix that up. Have some in a brokerage account, some in a Roth account, have some in real estate, have it across different stocks. That's going to help you have your money balanced, because when one thing goes up, another thing can go down. And then the second thing I would say is be really intentional about what you reinvest in your business. You can reinvest, let's say $10,000 a month in marketing efforts, but you're not analyzing if that marketing is getting you the results you want. So that's money that's being poorly reinvested. If you find that every single sale is coming from a specific platform and you double down by putting money back into that, that's probably going to grow your bottom line and your profit. So be intentional too, so that you're actually thinking about not just throwing money at the business, but intentionally putting money in the business.
Exactly. And see, very, very good where how we allocate these funds, because when the business is growing and to a good pace, sometimes there is a lot of money out there, right? And because of a lack of time, because of the entrepreneur doesn't have enough time to look into the things, they reinvest the money back into the business poorly, and the business will eat everything, will eat all the money. This it's a big, it's a giant beast. It will eat up all the money, especially if it's a big business, because you have employees, you have clients, you have invoices, and accountants, X, Y, and Z. So the money will go. Yeah. So then Annie, the other question is, we were talking about the framework for women and what can we do together in order to give more support for women and to create more community around. So if a woman want to start a business, yeah, probably they will have someone like a mentor, a coach that you have in your organization that give them support. They can grow the business, and even if they have a good idea, maybe you guys can provide the funding. So the women, can actually thrive during in this economy and start to create their own solution. Because what happened is we've been waiting for so many years, and what we see is that this solution for women that are available now, we have moved very, very little, honestly, especially in terms of finance. I'm shocked every time that I check the statistics. How much women have been funding, especially in tech, is ridiculous. Like talk about 3%, something like this. It's ridiculous. Yeah. The challenges that and they are quite capable to create amazing products, same like the boys, right? So what do you think that your business, how can you support and help women so they can have what we call a community and find like a hub, like a framework that they can receive support so they can actually grow, and they can literally they have the right to have their own job. Like you, for example, right? You have your job before, now you decided to create your own job. Okay. It's your own company, you generate your own income, yeah, and it's good. So how can we empower more women to create their own job?
I think, well, first to your question about community, that's definitely what we're trying to build at Money Essentials for Women is that community. And that's why I want women to feel like they can come in and they can meet with a career coach and a business coach, because maybe they want to continue growing in their career while they just tiptoe in building out the business. So they might need dual support. They might need someone to talk about business, product development, and then business marketing. And that might be two different coaches. So really, we're building the community to give you the people you need and the resources you need. But as far as getting more women to find their own job or start their own business, I feel like on the business side, there just needs to be, I hope, more exposure for women, especially if they're going off to college, and young women seeing that women can be business owners and just supporting them to think, hey, this is an option for you. There may not be as many women business owners, but this is available and here's where the resources are.
Yeah, and then, for example, in your own case, like, for example, you came from corporate, right? And then now you have your own business, which is completely different scenario than corporate, right? Yeah. Corporate, you have to be very good at any specific role or task, yeah? That's how you claim the corporate ladder, yeah? And you can become vice president like you were, yeah? But to be in business, completely different ball game, yeah? You need to know a little bit of so many things, yeah?
Yes.
The more you know about all these little things, yeah? So why you give up your comfortable life and career, yeah, to do something so risky, which is to have your own business? Somebody maybe told you that maybe you're crazy. Do you ask your parents? Do you ask?
I would say lots of people.
Look, I'm gonna leave my corporate career when I'm making very good money and very comfortable. And guess what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm quitting, and I'm gonna open my business with something very risky to do, especially for women. The data is there. I'm telling you. So what happened there?
I would say it's only risky if you make it risky. So I'm very type A, very calculated. I have a contract job that I still work in addition to building out my business. I didn't go cold turkey and just quit and have no money coming in like a lot of people do. I would highly, highly encourage you, if you want to step into entrepreneurship, do it while you still have income coming in and set up a way to take care of yourself. If at all possible, that's so, so good, because otherwise what you'll do is you'll step into your business, you'll probably have so much pressure to make money that you might make bad decisions or you'll get really pushy with sales. It just sets up it can be a hard environment. Although I've heard from other people, they took the plunge, they went in cold turkey and it was the best thing they ever did. So for me, it was nice to have the extra income coming in. So I feel less like it was less of a risk, but still a bit of a risk.
Yeah. And for me, the same thing. For me, when I started my first business, I have a job. Yeah. And I only quit my job when I think the business was making in a day when I was making a job in a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was working as a room service in the Hilton in Canary Wharf. Yeah, when I came to London, I didn't speak good English. I'm still working on the case after 17 years. Yeah, still haven't learned English,
Wow.
how to do it. But I was working as a room service in the Hilton. Yeah, and in the lift of the Hilton is where I built my business. Then
Yeah.
when they were going room service all day, I'm thinking, oh my God, I wish there's top floors. So in the lift of the Hilton was making the call to the tenants, to the viewing, to the property, to the landlords, everything. So I literally built my property being
Wow.
in a lift. That's
Yeah.
how literally happened. But say what you said, right? Was you do it strategically with a strategy, right? You have your job and you keep that job. My job paid for a lot of mistakes that I made in the business at the beginning. Yeah, I remember getting my salary in the Hilton and 100% the whole salary going inside the business in one day because I made a mistake and I took the wrong decision and I had to pay. So I remember my whole salary disappeared in one day.
Yeah.
But eventually worked out, and eventually it was to the point like in one day we were making the same that we were making a month. So and this is when I quit 17 years ago. So yeah, I have this opinion that again the way that we should do this transition between corporate to entrepreneurship has to be strategically, and also people need to see if the side business that they have they're passionate about and they actually love it.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
maybe that would be the case. And then because I thought that I got this brilliant idea, that I love restaurant. I want to have my own restaurant and all this. Well, I did have my own restaurant, and I lost 200,000 2 years of my life. I don't want to hear anything more about restaurant in my life. When people come, let's open a restaurant. I say, hold on a minute. Come on, you have to be there from Monday to Sunday. Oh, no, my God, it was too hard, too much for me. But anyway, so the whole point is that you have to see if you actually love this side business and you're passionate about it, yeah, and you will continue. So any more views in this one, in this strategic transition, because Annie, and now let's talk about women, but men has also this problem that women, they are there in this corporate job, yeah, but they going there, they don't like the people, they don't like the job anymore, they're not growing, but they are scared to let all that go, to do something that at least keep them fulfilled, keep them happy. And we most of the time people are spending in the jobs, right? And it's really sad, and it affects your mental health also. Can give you stress. This emotional pain can become physical pain. You can end up with cancer, with heart attack. But people going to a place that they don't like, they're not feeling fulfilled anymore, but they just need to go there just for the paycheck. And they looks, everything on the sofa looks amazing. They have a big house, a big Ferrari, a big Porsche, yeah. Everything in the house looks amazing. You say, wow, these people are doing well. But inside they're not fulfilled. They're unhappy.
Yeah.
They just do it because they are scared or they have fear to do that transition that you did, that change. That I find you very happy with your new business, very passionate about it, what you want to create. And look at this, you very quickly, 6 months, you have your team and everything. Very good, well done. So how can we have women to empower them to say, and men also, like if you're not happy where you are, because if you're in corporate, that means that you do have you're someone with certain education, certain degree, definitely you can learn the skill, because this is a skill that you have now. Since you have your business, you have to learn a lot, I bet, since you quit. Or since you're doing the business, because you need to learn about marketing. You need to know what is marketing. You need to know what is sales. You need to know about a lot of things that they were not in the question before. So, is it really worth it for people there to stay in a job that they don't like just because of fear? And the worst part is that when they don't need you, they will get rid of you, immediately.
Yeah.
And then you are with nothing. You don't have any more skills. Nobody wants to hire you anymore. And now from zero, you need to start to your own business. There's so much. So what can you tell to people in this situation? And I know that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. There's the percentages of people who are unsatisfied in their job, burnt out, or heading towards burnout. I can't remember the most recent research, but it's in the 80s, I want to say. It's very, very high. So I would say for those people, there's a lot of different options for you. A lot of times it feels like, I don't know what to do, but there's a lot of different directions. So before you make any moves, I think the worst thing you can do is just immediately start applying to jobs without a thought. Because what happens a lot of times is if you're unhappy, you go apply to another job, but you didn't think about what you really wanted and you're unhappy in the next job. So before you do anything,
what you want,
exactly, reflect on what you want. Whether you do, I mean, if you Google career questionnaire or career personality test, you'll find a whole bunch of tests that will help you figure out what you love to do, because you should ask yourself, is it, I hate the things I do on a day-to-day basis. I hate the company. It's too small or too big. I hate my boss. I hate my coworkers. I want to be more independent or more team oriented. There's so many pieces to why you're unhappy at work. Is the commute too long? Do you need to make $10,000 more to break even on your bills? So figure out what those things are first, then you'll know what you actually should go for next. And you won't just jump into something that's going to make you unhappy.
And then financial planning is a big part of this. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Because when you want to do this transition, you want to be this process to be as smooth as possible. Some of them, they have or they bought a property and they have equity in the property. They can refinance. They can buy another house. They can create a safety net of monthly cash flow before they do this transition. So actually, they can be what we call it off the hook, right? They can be in a position themselves, and this is, I think, when you can help a lot in that part, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that people decide to be happy. Yeah. Especially this broadcast is dedicated to entrepreneurs, but for the people in general, people decide to be happy. And for the entrepreneurs, we believe that they should be healthy, wealthy, and happy. But in order to achieve that, a big part of it, huge part, is finances. Because if you have to go and work because you have to, and especially, or you have to go exactly to work because you have to place that you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
These have a huge impact in your mental health, and this mental health issue can, like I said, the emotional pain can become literally physical pain. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's all about fears, basically, right? So how you overcome your fear then?
By doing a little bit at a time. I would say, one thing that I don't share this often, but I'm happy to share. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I was so shy. I'm extremely introverted. And so I purposefully had to put myself into places where I would push the boundaries. And I know that's extremely scary for people that are introverted and shy. But for example, I took a job where I had to give tours to people. So I had to basically be like a presenter. And then I took another job where I was a recruiter. So I had to give presentations to strangers I didn't know. So I just kept trying to push myself.
Amazing for entrepreneurs.
So important. Yeah, entrepreneurs for sure. If there's something like, if you are afraid of social media marketing because you think I've never made a reel, record your first video and just put it out there. And I'm telling you, you will feel so much better because you will have conquered it. And then you'll keep growing and growing and growing. We all have to start
How well you doing the podcast? Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, very powerful. Well done. So here's the thing: uh, when it comes, I think that having a role model, yeah, saying that I think your partner have play a role, having a partner as an entrepreneur, yeah, uh,
Yeah.
it helps. Yeah, I know because my own girlfriend in my own house, yeah, and she started working in my companies, yeah.
Mm.
And the people that know me very well, the finance people that know me very well, they always tell me,
Hmm.
Harry, your best asset is Lily. So my girlfriend. Yeah, that's what they always tell me. They tell me, Harry, this is your best asset, Lily. I'm like, what? That's what they always telling me. So Lily started to work on my company, in different companies than I had at the time. And but now she's running her own companies. I'm very happy. I help her in the business. She helped in my one, and
Yeah.
we did together. And a lot of people send me and told me like, "Oh, Harry." First, when I employed her, they were saying, "No, the worst thing you're gonna do is just put your girlfriend in your business." Not really. I know a lot of
Mm.
people that that have the girlfriend in the business and they are very happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing, oh, Harry, but if she has their own business, you have your own business, it's gonna be jealousy, and it's gonna break the relationship. Not really.
Yeah.
You're okay. She support me in my business, supporting her, and we are happy. So it's no. A lot of people, take your thing to try to work you out the type of life you want to live. Yeah, but
Yeah.
in the end, um, uh, having, let's call it a mentor, yeah, let's call it a coach, yeah, having a role
Hmm.
model, yeah, and I think this is a big part that you can play in this, having a role model yourself, being someone that actually moved from the corporate ladder to entrepreneurship, and now you're building your business in your own pace. You could be a source
Hmm.
of inspiration and a coach and a mentor for other women in corporate that
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a mentor, to have a role model, to have someone that can hold your hand, especially when people have fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and um, and I think that the other thing is recognizing, just ask for help. Yeah, all the women listening. Okay, you're in a
Yep.
corporate, or if you're in a corporate, or if you're in a business and you're struggling. Yeah, ask for help. Talk to Annie. By the way, Annie, if people are in love with this conversation, how they can find you, how this process works.
The best place is my website. So it's www.money-essentials.com. And so right on the front page, you'll find all sorts of free resources. And then also you can see our list of coaches if you want to connect with someone.
Wow, you see, you have a list of coaches. That's amazing. So,
Yeah.
and and yes, it's about to find to empower people. Number one is realize that women out there, if you're in corporate, if you're in business, and you don't feel that you are in a place you want to be. Number one, ask for help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also for the men as well. Yeah, that's for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah? Ask for help. Try to reach a coach, a mentor, someone that have achieved somehow the goal you want to achieve, and get help from a coach and a mentor. The
Yep.
other day I interviewed, well, the other day, no, long time ago in this podcast, yeah, um, I interview one person. He has, I think, 40 exits. Look at this, 40 exits.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the guy come to me and he told me, Harry, guess what? Now I'm doing property. I said, you doing property now? Yeah, yeah, I'm doing property. And he live in Colorado, yeah. And I said, after I arrived to Colorado, I'm nothing, and now after 2 years, now I have a multi-million dollar property portfolio. I'm like, wow, man, how you did that in 2 years? And this is what the guy told me. Guy told me, Harry, this is what I did. I arrived to Colorado. I find the highest mentor that in property in Colorado. I paid him a lot of money. The guy showed me. That's how I built the whole thing. And
Yep.
I'm thinking, how come this guy, someone that have 40 exes, someone that, we all agree that he have a very depth understanding of business, yeah? different industries, but someone that have 40, and by the way, most of them for more than a million. Someone that have a deep understanding about business, about clients, about growing companies. And that guy with that knowledge, that expertise, look what he did. The money and hire a mentor to show him.
Yeah.
He said,
It's the
well, about
specific
this property
knowledge.
thing, I don't know anything. I need to hire and pay someone to show me. Now, imagine the guy show him everything he knew about property, and now with his knowledge and expertise, and now he knows. Very quickly he built the empire. So the point of the story is that successful people, they work a lot with coaches. They work a lot with mentors. That's how they think. That's why they thrive. That they understand the limitation. They understand that they need help, and they hire people like you that have consultancy, a group of coaches that can help, right? And and I think this is the best way to do it. We also coach a lot of entrepreneurs to grow the business. Having a lot of fun with it, and we do talks all over the world, to empower people to create their own job. This is something that I'm very passionate about it, So because again, if the door doesn't open, you create your own door, and you can live a happy life. So
absolutely.
Annie, thank you so much for the broadcast. Have been amazing. And for all of you following the Unstoppable broadcast, see you in our next episode. How brave entrepreneurs like Annie break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.